They say that weight loss is simple, but it's not easy. But I want to make weight loss a little easier for you by sharing some tips that really worked for me. My name is Brinda, I'm 29 years old, and today I want to share with you how I lost 40 kgs in 1 year. Bear in mind that I am not a professional by any means. I am just sharing from my personal experience in the hope that you will get inspired to start your own fitness journey based on what I have to say. Before I get started, make sure that you are subscribed to the HealthifyMe YouTube channel. We're going to be sharing a lot of weight loss guides, recipes, workout videos, and a lot more, so you wouldn't want to miss out. With that said, let's get started. I have always been overweight. Even as a child, I was pretty chubby, and my weight was not really bothersome to me, or I didn't think about it a lot. Maybe only when my friends and family would point it out to me, I felt a little bad, but I really didn't think about it. It was only later when I grew up and I joined my first job when things got pretty serious. My job was very stressful. I was sitting at a desk for about 8 hours a day. I was eating 3 meals a day, catered food, so no home cooked meals, and I was not getting any physical activity. With a stressful job and a bad lifestyle, I started to see a lot of health issues. I am an asthmatic, so my asthma got pretty bad and I was starting to experience joint pains. I couldn't even walk for a few meters without feeling the strain, and I was becoming a very restless sleeper, so I was starting to see symptoms of sleep apnea. All of this came to a head 3 years later when I checked my weight, and my weight was 110 kgs and I was feeling extremely unhappy and down. That's when I decided to leave my job. I decided that health was the most important thing. So I moved back home and I started focusing on my weight loss. In the initial stages of my weight loss journey, I actually saw really good results. I lost my first 10 kgs in just 2 months, and I was taking a very basic approach to it in terms of diet and workout. When it came to diet, I focused on eating 3 simple home cooked meals a day while tracking my calories and making sure that I am sticking to my calorie requirement for the day. Calorie tracking was really important to me because if I was going to end up overeating every day, then any other efforts that I was doing would not give me my results. Diet is very important, so I spent a lot of time perfecting my diet. When it comes to what I was eating, it was very simple home cooked meals. So dal, rice, roti, extra helpings of vegetables, fruits, salads, and maybe some tiffins. Nothing more, nothing less. The only thing I made sure to avoid throughout was sugary foods, baked goods, and fried food. I definitely avoided that at the initial stages of my journey, and I think that contributed to me seeing such good results initially. Another thing I do want to mention about diet is I know how hard it can be to restrain yourself and always think about eating healthy and avoiding sweets. Trust me, I went through that and it wasn't easy. But what I want to tell you is that you can eat more or less whatever you want. Like for example, if you want to eat chaat or a jalebi or some ice cream once in a while, it's totally okay. If you can approach that with a sense of moderation, that makes all the difference. So enjoy your food, and of course, don't restrict yourself too much, but just make sure that you are sticking to your calorie limit for the day and you will be good. That being said, all calories are not created equally. I would definitely say that in order to feel healthy and that you're doing the right things, definitely throw in more healthful meals in there, like a raw salad before you start your lunch, maybe an early dinner where you are lowering the carb intake, so on and so forth. You'll figure it out as you go along. In terms of workout, I was physically pretty heavy, and as I was mentioning, I had severe joint pain, so I couldn't do a lot of intense workouts. workouts. And I was pretty underconfident and not ready to join a gym and commit to paying that amount. So I started working out purely at home. I couldn't even do 5 minutes when I started, but I worked my way up to about 20 minutes of cardio, then 30 minutes of cardio, and 45 minutes of cardio, and eventually 1 hour of cardio. I had a cross trainer at home, so I would use that primarily for my cardio. Additionally, I also did home workouts, and my requirement was that it was without equipment and no jumping. Those were my specifications, so finding those workouts online was really helpful. HealthifyMe, in fact, can be of great help here, where you can track your calories on a daily basis and make sure that you are sticking to your calorie limits. And the studio workout sessions that you can book are pretty great for a beginner level. So my recommendation for you is to start small with your diet and workout. Do something that is manageable. It's totally okay to do it from home if you have the right help and the right resources supporting you. After the first couple of months, after losing my first 10 kgs and seeing the scale go from 110 to 99 kgs, I started to feel more motivated and confident. So that's when I joined a gym and took the help of a trainer to understand the basics of weight training, and I started doing strength workouts. Strength workouts were important for me at that stage because I was definitely good at cardio and it was helping me lose weight, but I also wanted to get stronger and feel fitter, and weight training really helped me with that. In terms of my diet, I started getting a lot more strict with it and increasing my protein intake to help me recover from all of the intense weight training that I was doing. That's when I started to see my weight move again, and I lost my next 10 to 20 kgs over the next 6 months. I wanted to share a couple of funny stories that happened with me when I joined the gym for the first time. I was not the most confident person, and this one day I was working out with my trainer and he was making me do a pretty intense stretch, and my pants ripped right through the middle, and it was extremely embarrassing for me, but I quickly ran home, changed my clothes, and I got over that embarrassment, and I showed up at the gym the next day and the next and the next. So that's a fond memory looking back on it. I always have a good laugh. Another thing that happened with me is there was this one day where I was feeling super demotivated. I did not feel like going to the gym. My body was aching all over, but I had already had a couple of rest days, and I was scared that if I don't show up, I'm going to maybe give up altogether and not continue my fitness program. So I showed up at the gym. I just picked up one dumbbell, did 1 rep of a workout on each arm, and I dropped the weight and I went back home. I would have literally spent maybe 3 minutes at the gym, but for me it was really important to show up, because personally showing up is half the battle won. That made me feel better, and I was able to show up the next day without feeling super disappointed. So my suggestion to you is try to be disciplined, because motivation will not always be there, but if you are disciplined, you can certainly push yourself and achieve the impossible on days when you feel like you absolutely can't go on. If you are in a slightly more advanced stage of your weight loss and you are considering taking up weight training, I would again strongly recommend that you work with a trainer to learn important things about weight training, like form and how to count. Again, a coach can be very helpful here. HealthifyMe has a lot of fitness experts who can help you navigate this. After a certain point in my weight loss journey, I started getting pretty restless and I wanted to see results faster. So I started doing keto, and I did the ketogenic diet for about 2 months, and I lost 4 kgs. But once I got off the keto diet, I gained it all back, and that was pretty disappointing for me. Another thing that I would recommend is not doing fad diets, and definitely setting the right expectation in terms of how much weight you're going to lose in how much time. If you want to speed it up and if you want to crash diet, you may not be able to sustain that weight loss over a longer period of time. When I think about my weight loss journey, it helped me in a lot of ways in life. My asthma came under control, I stopped having joint pains, and I sleep a lot more restfully now. But my weight loss has genuinely helped me in a lot of other ways as well. I move better, I'm able to express myself better, I feel a lot more confident. So overall, it has just been an extremely rewarding awesome experience. If you can relate to my story, if you are in a similar boat, I hope this gives you some inspiration to kickstart your journey, and I hope you can believe now that it's definitely possible, because I've done it, and if I've done it, you can definitely do it. And just a quick update on where I am now. I continue to weight train and do cardio on occasion, and I am always monitoring my diet. Of course, I do go out and I indulge myself and have fun. I don't deny myself anything, but I'm always conscious because I know the effort that went in to lose the weight. Once you lose the weight, if you go back to your old ways, it's certainly going to come back. But if you can maintain and if you can make it a part of your lifestyle, that's the thing that's going to make the biggest difference in the long run. And I know a lot of us are in the pandemic right now. We are at home and we're not able to do much. But as I was saying, there's always a solution out there if you know where to look. You can continue your diet by logging your calories, understanding what is going into your system and where you need to correct things, and you can choose home workouts, studio sessions that HealthifyMe has. You can do your workouts and feel good about yourself. So that's just my story in a nutshell. I hope that this was useful to you and you are taking away some tips for your own weight loss journey. Quickly want to wish you good luck on your journey. Thank you so much for listening to me. Bye.